Ladies and gentlemen, this particular story has really caught some fire for a lot of different reasons. And it's kind of a good and bad. Let me explain to you what I mean. There was a 5-year-old boy who was arrested in Maryland. And I'm going to say that again. A 5-year-old boy, a child, a baby that was arrested by police, the real police. Okay? It's twofold to the story. First thing is it's sad that we have so many negative stories about children that involve children. But the second thing is I'm also glad that the media is sharing and finding it important to talk about these stories about children. You guys understand what I'm saying? They finally figured it out. This is an important thing, and anything involving children, we need to be putting that on Front Street. Screw celebrities, screw all that bull crap. This is what's important in our society, and I'm glad that we have a community of people that are building up the courage to be able to speak about these stories like we do, okay? This comes out of Silver Spring, Maryland, and a police department in Maryland has finally released body camera footage. And I say finally because y'all got to hear when this incident actually occurred. Let me ask you guys a question before we even get started with the story. I want y'all to take a guess in the chat. How old do y'all think this story is? Oh yes, Jay Reed, we're going to talk about that. My question to you guys, how old do you think this video and this footage is? Does anybody want to take a guess? Do y'all think this just happened 2 days ago when the news reported it? Was it 2 weeks ago? 2 months? A year? 2 years? How old do y'all think this video is? They've finally released this body camera video that captured 2 of its officers berating a 5-year-old boy who had walked away from his elementary school. And they called him a little beast and threatened him with a beating. But I want y'all to hear this for yourself. The video released Friday by the Montgomery County Police Department shows one of the officers repeatedly screaming at the child, crying within inches of his face. "Oh my God, I beat him so bad," the officer said in the child's presence before telling him, "You do not embarrass me like this at this school." Wow. Now the boy's mother has filed a lawsuit. How many of you guys are surprised that people continue to use these children only for the benefits that they can get off of these children? Hashtag babies for benefits. We have t-shirts that have that saying on there. I believe that this mom might be taking full advantage of this by suing, but let me know if you guys believe if it's valid, because I don't think it is. But listen at the story. The mom filed a lawsuit over the January 2020 interaction. Let me say that again. The mother filed a lawsuit over the January of 2020 interaction. Hashtag babies for benefits. Ask yourself this question. Why would the mom wait this long, knowing that this incident occurred, to now file a lawsuit? On top of that, why did they wait a year? And matter of fact, it's not even a year. That's January, February, March. Almost a year and 3 months. To release the body camera footage. Why now? Let's talk more about this. Lawyers for the child's mother, whose name is Shanta Grant, or Shanta, Shanta Grant, said the video shows the officers treating her son as if he were a hardened criminal. They said Grant is seeking justice and fair compensation for the trauma he endured. Right. Woo. She also hopes that the incident will lead to change in the policy and training, both with the school and the police, the attorney said, whose name is Matthew Bennett and James Papiermeister? Papiermeister. I've never heard of a last name like that. I don't know what kind of a last name that is, but I digress. I don't mean any disrespect. Let's move on. Now, the Washington Post reports that the police department and the county's public school system declined to address the incident in detail, citing the mother's pending lawsuit. But the school system issued a statement describing the video as extremely difficult to watch. There's no excuse for adults to ever speak to or threaten a child this way, the school system said. As parents and grandparents, we know that when families send their children to school, they expect that the staff will care for them, keep them safe, and use appropriate intervention processes when needed. Bookmark that. We'll come back to that. A police department spokeswoman told the newspaper that the two officers in the video remain employed by the department after the internal investigation. Did y'all catch that? A thorough investigation was conducted of the entire event, according to the department, and they said that in a statement. The boy's mother sued Montgomery County, the county's education board, and the two officers. Her complaint names the officers, but the department has not released their names, and we're not going to do it either. Especially if they haven't really been. It's more or less like a moral thing. You guys will see what I'm talking about. The police department didn't feel like they did anything wrong. And I want you guys to understand the difference between when I release a name compared to when I don't release a name. In this situation, they didn't actually name and say that they feel like the police didn't do anything wrong yet. Okay? When people are charged and arrested, they do feel like they have enough evidence to get them arrested on those charges and potentially convict them, which makes it very likely that those people did what it is that they were charged with, which is why we can actually talk about those names and individuals involved. Hope you guys understand the difference. The police department spokesman Rick Goodell said he can't comment beyond the department's written statement on Friday or say whether the officers were disciplined. All that is confidential personnel records under Maryland law, he wrote in a text message to the AP on Saturday. Now, the officers found the boy about a block from the East Silver Spring Elementary and drove back to the school, where they were met by a school administrator. The video shows an officer forcing the child crying onto a chair in the principal's office. First of all, let's pause right there before I show y'all the video. Matter of fact, do y'all want to see the full video? Because it's really long. It's about 40 minutes long. Do y'all want to see the full body camera video? Say either yes, show it in the chat, or no, show us the shortened version. But let me know what y'all want to see. First of all, the kid left the school. Already, I have a big problem with that. First of all, if you're a teacher, how does the child leave your presence that quickly? Or were you not paying attention? Were you not in the room? How did you not know? How were you not able to apprehend the kid? I'm not saying grab them or do anything, but how did you not realize this until the kid was a block away? Then you call the police. That's first of all. How did the kid, a 5-year-old, make it out of the school? Secondly, making it a block away. Let's keep going. The officer shouted in the boy's face, "Shut that noise up now. I hope your mama let me beat you." And they mean give a spanking. We black, we understand. We understand that language. I hope my mama let you be. So I don't know if some of y'all grew up in this, and I told y'all I'm a big person against spanking. I do not agree with any parents being spanked. With any parents spanking children. So I'm against that. But we all have grown up and at least are aware that, well, at least when I grew up, maybe y'all not as old as I am, but when I grew up, it was understood that your pastor could spank you, your aunties and uncles could spank you, your teachers could spank you, even your coaches could spank you. Maybe I'm a little bit older than some of y'all, but that was kind of our reality back in the day. I'm an 80s baby, so I've grown up in that, which is also why I know it's not productive and why I speak against it now. But let's move on. One of the officers pulled out his handcuffs and closed one of the loops around the child's wrist. You know what these are for? He asked the little boy. These are for people who don't want to listen and don't know how to act. Both of the officers involved in the incident are black. So before y'all get to talking about the racist police officers, please remember that these officers are black. Negroes. They're black. They share my skin color, as you guys can see from the video right there. Montgomery County Council member Will Jawando said the video made him sick. We all saw the little boy being mocked, degraded, and put in a seat of a police car, screamed at from the top of an adult police officer's lungs, inches away from his face. This is violence. First of all, I get what they're saying, and y'all know we're the AFC, we advocate for children. We believe that babies' lives matter, like the t-shirt says. Babies' lives matter. Yes. But I don't think an adult raising their voice at a child is considered violent. I mean, now, y'all know I'm pretty harsh about, the way people parent their children. I don't know what I would call raising your voice or yelling or screaming, whatever you want to call it. I believe the majority, if not all, parents have yelled at their children. I wouldn't call that violent. Do y'all call that violence? Let's move on. We'll bookmark that. We'll come back to it. The Montgomery County Executive, Mark Elrick, said in a statement Friday that he directed the county's police chief to revisit training for how officers are expected to interact with children. Our officers are not social workers, psychologists, or therapists, and should not be giving advice or direction on parenting. Actually, I agree with that. Police duties should end as soon as school personnel are present to take over care of a child, he said. Elrick said he is limited in what he can say about the matter while the mother's lawsuit is pending and can't discuss disciplinary outcomes which have been taken. But I wrote this down. Let me say this real quick before I show the video. Y'all said show the full video. Okay, I'll do that. The police are there to enforce the law, not make your child behave. Does everybody understand that? They're black. Y'all hear that, white people? They're black. I'm going to repeat that. The police are not there to be babysitters. They are there to enforce the law, not to make your children behave. Point number one. Point number two, like I said, and like they said in the statement, they are not crisis counselors. The teachers, the school administrators, the principals, the mother did not call crisis counselors. They reached out to the police. And it's funny how people talk about defund police, and they're probably going to use this video to say defund the police. But I want you guys to remember, you're asking for people who, I don't know, I guess make shoes, and you want them to be chefs. This is not in the title of being a police officer. They're not crisis counselors. They're not there to make your children behave. They're there to enforce the law. So one would also have to ask, why were the police called? Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let me let y'all watch the video, and I hope you guys do not pee your pants. Let's go. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. All right. Now, notice we had somebody in the chat said, well, why the hell do you call the police? Well, you ask a question that I've already answered, and I said you call the police to enforce the law. That's what we hire police for, to enforce the law. I hope you caught that. Let's move on.
We're back with shocking, newly released body camera video showing a disturbing encounter between Maryland police and a 5-year-old boy they put in handcuffs. Kathy Park reports.
Don't make me take you over there.
Your record of that takedown.
Okay.
Tonight, growing outrage in Maryland over this newly released body camera footage.
Cut it now.
2 Montgomery County police officers responded to a call to bring back a 5-year-old student who left school after he allegedly broke a computer.
Get in. Now. I'm not asking. Get in the car. I don't want to hear it.
After the officers bring him back, the situation quickly escalated. Police blurred the identity of the child. Meanwhile, the yelling and berating is all caught on camera.
I mean, how do you learn that type of behavior at 5?
That's why people need to beat their kids.
Sit down.
When the boy doesn't stop crying, one officer screams just inches from his face. Police released a near hour-long video Friday. Near the end of the footage, with his mom in the same room, an officer places handcuffs on the boy's wrist.
These are handcuffs. You know what they're for?
You want to go with Uncle Berto at?
Huh? You know what these are for? These are for people that don't want to listen and don't know how to act.
The incident took place January of last year. After an internal investigation, Montgomery County Police said both officers remain on the job. The boy's mother has since filed a lawsuit seeking justice and compensation for his trauma.
And I want you guys to remember, now we're going to watch the full video. Let me back that up like a U-Haul truck. And let me let y'all watch that the mother was sitting right there. How many of you guys see that? The mom is sitting right there. Yes? All right. I want y'all to keep that in mind because I want y'all to keep that same energy, okay? Let's keep going.
Video Friday, near the end of the footage, with his mom in the same room. An officer places handcuffs on the boy's wrist.
These are handcuffs. You know
want
what
to
they're
go
for?
with Uncle Berto at?
Huh? You know what these are for? These are for people that don't want to listen and don't know how to act.
The incident took place January of last year. After an
I'm going to play this again. I want y'all to see if the mom told them not to put them cuffs on her kid, or was she encouraging it? Was she allowing it?
Near the end of the footage, with his mom in the same room, an officer places handcuffs on the boy's wrist.
These are handcuffs. You know what
want to
they're
go
for?
with Uncle Berto at?
Huh? You know what these are for? These are for people that don't want to listen and don't know how to act.
The incident took place January of last year. After an internal investigation, Montgomery County Police said both officers remain on the job. The boy's mother has since filed a lawsuit seeking justice and compensation for his trauma. In a statement, the school district wrote in part, "Our heart aches for this student. There is no excuse for adults to ever speak to or threaten a child in this way." Councilmember Will Jawando pushed to get the video released and demands a full investigation.
You shouldn't treat a human being the way this young boy was treated. It doesn't matter if he's 5 years old or 50 years old. No one should have been talked to in that manner.
And ultimately,
how many of y'all think the mom was egging this on? Y'all can be honest in the chat. We're going to watch the full video, so we're going to talk about this together as a family. All right? And don't forget, when you guys come in, please click that thumbs up. Share this stream so more people can see this whole video with us, okay? Click that thumbs up.
What do you want to see happen to those 2 officers?
They should be fired.
Kathy Park, NBC News.
Adam, people are calling it disturbing and hard to watch. It appears to show the entire encounter between a 5-year-old kindergartner student and 2 police officers who police say responded to the school after they got a call that the child walked away from the school and didn't want to return to the building last January. The boy's mother has since sued the Montgomery County Department of Police, the county, and the Montgomery County Board of Education. That led to a community push to get this video released. Now that it's out, county leaders say they are appalled, horrified, and shaken as body camera footage shows officers yelling at the young boy, telling him he needs to be beaten, putting him in a cop car, screaming what appears to be inches from the boy's face, and even putting him in handcuffs.
These right here, you know what these are? These are handcuffs. You know what they're for?
You wanna go with Uncle Berto at?
Huh?
Oh my, I didn't even hear this. Okay, guys. The mom said, do you want to go where Uncle Berto is at? Did y'all hear that? Let me let y'all hear that again. I didn't even notice that. Wow. Really? Listen at this again. That's why I like the fact that they put out the whole video. Listen at this.
Right here, you know what these are? These are handcuffs. You know what
wanna
they're
go
for?
with Uncle Berto at?
Huh?
Huh?
Handcuffs. You know what
wanna
they're
go
for?
with Uncle Berto at?
Huh?
Huh?
You know what these are for? Handcuffs. You know what
wanna
they're
go
for?
with Uncle Berto at?
Huh?
Huh?
You know
Y'all hear that?
handcuffs. You know what
wanna
they're
go with
for?
Uncle Berto at?
Huh?
Huh?
You know
Is mom not encouraging them to do this? Egging it on?
these right here, you know what these are? These are handcuffs. You know what
wanna
they're
go
for?
with Uncle Berto at?
Huh?
Huh?
You know
So he knows who Uncle Berto is, and he knows that Uncle Berto is in jail, and the mom is insinuating that that's where she's going to let this police officer take her son, which is also why she's allowing the police officer to put the handcuffs on the boy to let him feel like what it feels like, which is why she insinuated that he would be in there with Uncle Berto.
these right here, you know what these are? These are handcuffs. You know what
wanna
they're
go
for?
with Uncle Berto at?
Huh?
Huh?
You know what these are for? These are for people that don't want to listen and don't know how to act.
You wanna go with Uncle Berto
That's
at?
what that is.
Where
Huh?
Uncle Berto at?
They put you at like that, and then now you can't move, you can't free, you can't go anywhere. You do what we tell you to do. Is that how you want to live your life?
Did y'all hear anything wrong right there? Let me back it up one more time. That part is very important because they made it seem like they handcuffed the boy. All he was saying was they said, this is what we do. And he didn't even handcuff him on the other hand. And he said, you don't want a life like this. Listen again.
Uncle Berto at?
They put you at like that, and then now you can't move, you can't free, you can't go anywhere.
Thank you. Who said that in the chat? It's exactly like Scared Straight. Matter of fact, how can we be okay with Scared Straight and then be mad at this? Huh? Y'all remember Scared Straight? Maybe some of y'all are not old enough to remember that.
That, and then now you can't move, you can't free, you can't go anywhere. You do what we tell you to do. Is that how you want to live your life?
This is just a snippet of the 51-minute video released by Montgomery County Police today. Montgomery County Public Schools released a statement saying their heart aches for the student and there is no excuse for adults to speak to or threaten a child in that way. County Executive Mark Eldridge has since announced police duties are supposed to end as soon as school personnel are present, and says he's asked them to revisit training about how officers interact with children. Montgomery County Department of Police says there was an investigation into the officers' conduct, and both officers remain employed by the Montgomery County Department of Police. Coming up at 6, I'll have more reaction from local leaders.
All right, guys, let's go ahead, and I think y'all have seen enough of that. Let's go ahead and play the full video, and I'm going to try to play it without a lot of interruption, okay? So without any further ado, this falls under fair usage. Let me know what you guys think, and I want you guys to remember, go pop some popcorn, go get you a bowl of soup, or get you something to drink. I'm drinking on some cranberry cocktail juice right now, a little small one. This video is long. It's at least going to be 30 minutes long. All right, here we go. Here's the video. It's going to have sound, so bear with me. It's going to have sound here in a moment.
Hey, come here. Come here, buddy. Yeah, we'll be out with him. It's gonna be at 733 Silver Spring Ave. What's going on, man? What are you doing?
Avenue 2, George 14, 733 Silver.
What are you doing? Huh?
I tell you what.
I got you. Listen to me. How old are you? How old are you?
5.
5. You feel like you can make your own decisions? Huh? You feel like you can do what you want? Are you an adult? Are you 18? So why are you outside of school? Look at me. Why are you out of school? Why do you have people following you? Huh? I don't care if you don't want to go to school. You do not have that choice. You understand?
Charlie Adam 3393.
Get back over there. Now. Now. Don't make me take you over there.
And I want y'all to remember, that these are black police officers talking to this boy. One a man and one a woman. A black man and a black woman. Talking to their black youth. Okay? Keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right, can I give you a VIN? No, for a license.
Listen to me. I want you to listen very clear. You don't make any decisions for yourself unless somebody is trying to hurt you. Now, is somebody trying to hurt you?
George Yankee.
You're right.
King.
I got it.
385.
Yeah.
Robert 2.
You got it right.
3.
Come on. Cut it out. Hey. Cut it out. Cut it out.
I'm riding with you. We're going back to school.
We were listening like, what? I don't know how y'all do it. You got him?
Hey, you also have a license. Want to check?
What in the world?
Oh, yeah, Cat.
Trying to hide behind the car.
Ready.
That's him. Get in. Now. I'm not asking. Get in the car.
I'm going with you. Let's go.
Oh, we're going to have problems. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't want to hear it. I still don't want to hear it. You better stop. You better stop. You better cut that off. I don't care. You don't make that decision for yourself. Let me. All right,
Took a clipboard.
Hit what? Is he special needs? Yeah, he does. Probably not.
Does your mama spank you? Huh? Because she is today. She's going to spank you today. Because we're going to call her and tell her exactly what's going on. She's going to spank you today. I'm going to ask her if I can do it.
Oh, that's okay. You weren't expecting to give people a ride.
You guys fortunate. Just make sure your supervisor notified. We have a child. Boy, all my life if I tried to do some stuff like that. I would have been beat 9 times before I got home. Don't nobody want to hear that. Ain't nobody even listening. You know why? Because you don't get to do what you want to do. This ain't your world.
Information, 2 doors 14, down 5-year-old. Correction source,
Yeah. If you go up where that family is turning,
2 doors 14 has the
go up to the next where that bus is.
Oh, okay.
That's when I'm concerned.
Okay, just let me know.
Yeah, I got you.
Either this one or the next one.
You go up like on the other side of that white
Sure,
car,
sure. Okay.
And then the front door's right
I got you. Is his parents decent?
Mom loves him very much and is trying to figure out how to help him.
I understand. So I'll talk to her.
I hope you guys can hear that audio. I'll turn it up if I need to. Can y'all hear that?
Get out of the car.
Now, I want to warn you guys, if y'all thought that was bad, I don't think that was nothing. I think that was mild. The part where I think y'all might want to be prepared is when they take him into the school. Here's where I start to have some issues. Here we go.
Get out. Now.
Yeah, no, they're not treating him like a criminal yet, but wait until they bring him into the school, and I want y'all to watch what the female police officer does.
Get out of the car now.
I can't understand. I just let you just go.
Because you're making your situation that much worse for you. When you get home, your mama's gonna have something to say to you. Okay? I'm gonna talk to your parents too. You know why? Because you bad. Now get out.
Okay.
Get out.
Come on. Come.
All right.
Come.
Come on.
We're going in.
You have got to be joking.
And truth be told, I do not believe in calling children bad. I think it's just bad. I think it's a bad thing to call children bad.
I mean, how do you learn that type of behavior at 5?
But he's probably been told that his entire life. And we'll get back to his mama here in a minute.
I don't want no parts of Callsworth.
Okay, see, this is why people need to beat their kids.
And destructive in the building.
That's why people need to beat their kids. I'm
Oh, wait, here. I have my thing on.
And I want y'all to notice how he's being restrained by that administrator right there, or that teacher, whoever she is. I don't know if that's his teacher or somebody else, but I want y'all to notice how she has to grab his arm and hold on to him. Bookmark that in your brain. We'll come back to it. Y'all see that?
What I'm going to do is we're going to have...
She got a good grip on him.
Know what? Sit down.
2008 Cadillac.
Sit down.
Shut that noise up. Shut that noise up now. Boy, I'm telling you, I hope your mama let me beat you. I swear to you. I'm going to wait out.
If y'all want to talk to him.
Now y'all see the female police officer right there, right?
You know what?
Watch it again.
What I'm going to do is we're going to have you...
Know what?
This is where it's about to start getting bad. Y'all, please click that thumbs up. Our goal is 600 thumbs up. Please click the thumbs up. Y'all want to brace yourselves for this. It's about to get bad.
Sit down.
2008 Cadillac.
Sit down.
He just picked him up and sat him down. If y'all think that was a bit much, it's about to get worse.
Shut that noise up now. Boy, I'm telling you, I hope your mama let me beat you. I swear to you.
That black police officer, you might not have heard it, but she said, "I told your mama to let me beat you." So those words came from her mouth, but I want y'all to remember, she's a black woman and probably a black mother. She's a police officer, black woman. Okay? So I want y'all to notice that this boy, during this incident, had 2 interactions with two black women, his mom and the officer. Look how she treats him.
I'm gonna wear
Right there. Watch her.
I can, if y'all want to talk to him,
He's sitting there yelling because why nobody beat him?
need us to talk
They're gonna get on the phone and see.
Ain't nobody listening.
What the actual hell? Did y'all see that? Oh my goodness. Watch this again, please. Oh my goodness.
Ain't nobody listening.
Look, guys, I have a, what? Did y'all see this? I'm expecting that officer probably has children, because they're grown. I'm assuming she got kids. Is that how you would treat your own kid? So if that's how you would treat your own kid, then one would also have to ask, how does that boy's biological mother treat him at home, because he's having this wild freak out right now? Watch this again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Watch, they close the door and she's gonna act a fool.
He's sitting there yelling because why nobody beat him?
Need us to talk
They're gonna get on the phone and see.
Ain't nobody listening.
Oh my God. There's no way. I'm scared what that female officer would do to anybody she's out there trying to arrest. Oh my goodness.
They're gonna get on the phone and see.
Ain't nobody listening.
God, I can't do it. How would you do it? How?
What did that solve? What?
How? Oh my God, I beat him so bad. How would beat him? Yes. Oh my God, you would not embarrass me like this at school. You breaking up computers? What? Oh, they said he destroyed property here. He done broke up computers. He done hit one of the kids with a...
Boom, right there. Now they're trying to address what he did before he left the school. And thank you, Miss June Bennett. Miss June Bennett said the boy broke computers and attacked a teacher and other students. I don't know if that makes y'all feel any different about this. I still feel like the way that these police are behaving is a bit wrong, and definitely it's unprofessional. Whoever said that in the chat earlier, it's definitely unprofessional. Now, I don't know if him attacking teachers and students and breaking computers makes any difference, but watch the rest.
clipboard.
Oh, you a little bit violent little thing. Pick up the pieces of that keyboard and go right to that button.
I'm telling you, he couldn't sit in that chair.
Wouldn't be able to sit down nowhere.
That noise out.
Do y'all, guys, it's really hard for me to skip through any of this. I know it's hard to listen to, but the video was really long and I don't want y'all to miss anything. So I'm sorry that this video was so long.
And it's so sad.
Keep on crying until you start talking.
Speaker. It's Mom.
I wish you would. I wish you would slap that phone out of there. Sit down. Sit down.
Okay, two things just happened right there, and I'm glad I didn't fast forward. Number one, the teacher was trying to get the mom on the phone to try to calm him down, and the boy slapped at the phone. The male officer came over in a very aggressive manner and scared the boy. I just think I don't think nobody is trained to handle this properly at all. Let me let y'all see that again. Was the kid wrong for doing what he did? Yes. But the cop came over and made him fearful of being hit. It's just everything is wrong with this.
It's Mom.
I wish you would. I wish you would slap.
You see that? That's why I tell you guys, we should not be physically disciplining children. Because we physically discipline children at home, they're going to go out into the world and behave the exact same way. I can almost guarantee you guys that his mom spanks him at home and gives him no explanation. So in his mind, he is confused as hell, which is why he misbehaves at school. You don't fix these problems at home and then you send your kids to school and then expect for your teachers, principals, administrators, and police officers to know how to deal with your kid who you have not properly trained. Yes? Watch again.
And it's so sad.
Keep on crying until you start talking.
Speaker. It's Mom.
I wish you would. I wish you would slap that phone out of there. Sit down. Sit down. No. You better listen to me. You are mad rude. You understand? Your mom's going to talk to you. She's on the phone. Hear what she has to say. Sit down. Say something. Hi, ma'am. This is Officer Chris from the County Police, by the way. Your mom's talking to you.
Hello?
He can hear you.
He can hear you. It's right next to him. He's refusing to speak.
Yes. Calm down, Doodle. Mommy coming, okay?
Sit down. Do you hear your mother talking to you? Do you hear your mother talking to you? Then you better open your mouth and say something back. Your mother's talking to you. Respond.
Calm down and stop crying. You're gonna make yourself sick.
You better stop trying to get off this seat. Stop it. Stop it. Holiday, can you watch them real quick? Ma'am, hold on one sec. All right, hello. Hi, this is Officer Chris from Montgomery County Police. Did the faculty staff let you know what happened today? Yeah, he was like running down the street. Is everything okay at the house? What's your ETA, ma'am? Okay, do you have a time frame on which you might be here? Linden. Okay, that's not far at all. All right. Yeah, we'll see you when you get here. All right. Yep. No. Is this hers? Unless you want to go in there. She said, no. Sure phone?
No, it's
Okay. How far is that from here?
Are you finished? 16th Street. Are you finished with it?
She's gonna be here. She's coming from Wyndham.
When I said we'd like you to come to the school, what happened? She goes, really? Right. I said, yes. Why are you here now?
You know that's coming with me, right? No.
Good, 'cause I don't. You deserve it.
You took a whole 5 push-ups up with the core of the CrossFit.
I wondered that too. Where is his dad? Let's keep going. This is in Maryland. If you guys didn't see it in the title, let me make sure. I don't know if I put it in there. I didn't. So yes, this is in Maryland.
No. She's using a plastic thing as a shield. No. Took a $1,000 computer right on the floor. Just went, because simple things. You know what started this? He asked for a snack and she said, sit down, I'll get it for you.
Oh, boy, that's because you don't get no whoopings.
That's exactly.
You don't get no whoopings. None of these kids get whoopings. Nah.
It ain't sound like it. I mean, there's.
That's what it is.
That's
at home.
Because I'm not coughing.
No, baby. No.
And all that noise and stuff? Oh, it couldn't be mine. It couldn't be
He'll
mine.
fall asleep soon.
No, he's not, because I'm not going to let him. You ain't going to sleep today.
You don't deserve no nap.
All that, exactly.
Nothing but a spanking.
Did you all the way up here?
Oh no! We were eating at the fire station, and the call comes out, and it says like a dispute.
You notice now that their adrenaline has calmed down, you notice how them officers are behaving now. They don't have all that aggression. They came in there thinking that they were going to treat that black kid like that. Next thing you know, you start seeing all the white people walk in there, and now they done calmed all that shit down because they realized, oh yeah, I forgot I'm on camera.
With a 5-year-old.
Man.
I cannot fathom.
And then he walked out of the school and took off. I'm like,
How? He's 5.
and then as I'm pulling up, he like hides behind this Toyota.
I was like, that can't be him, because that's too small.
It's him. What?
That's why I slowed down.
We only moved after him as he kept getting out of our sight. Because they say don't follow while you're filming.
Which is
But when he
stupid.
got out of
That
our
is.
sight, we started doing a little bit more. Then he really went.
But I mean, who put that into a rule? Don't follow the kid.
Well, they say
Especially-
that the minute they step off grounds, we should follow.
But I mean, what if y'all didn't follow me? Ran out to the street.
Or somebody snatched him.
Or somebody said.
We don't chase. I should say that. We kept him in our sights, but the closer we got, the farther he
But I mean, it should be at this point, up to a certain age. Hey, sit down, wait for your parents to get in here.
A crate. Cradle.
That's right, Val.
You wanna act like a little beast?
And I want to remind you guys, for people who saying that the police are trained, they are not crisis counselors. This is a crisis situation. Do we agree to that? If we agree to that, then we're calling the wrong people. Huh? If there was a shootout outside and people out there busting guns, you're not going to call the fire department out there, are you? Then when you have a crisis situation, why are we not calling crisis counselors? We're calling the police. Hopefully everybody understands.
Charlie. Restriction.
Let's move on. I love women. The majority of my audience is women. Y'all know that. I got love for my sisters and my women. But when right is right, I call it that. But when wrong is wrong, I'm a very fair person.
If you was my kid,
I'm so taken aback right now. I don't understand.
And you also have
Like something this small.
I
Where
wish
did
you
you
would
go?
ask her that. I'd love to hear what she would tell you.
What's she telling you?
She says she wants him at home.
nah.
If
With
she
what?
did, he would not like
With
that.
what? Twizzlers and cookies? It's ridiculous. I don't believe
When
it.
the school called,
It's the mom. I'm gonna let you know.
Oh no. Oh.
Hello?
Unless she wants-
horrible little beast.
She says she's
Yes.
I want y'all to wait because the mom is getting ready to come in. So there's another part to this.
a worse job. But to do it for like 10.
I'm scared to kind of fast forward this because I don't want y'all to miss nothing.
See, when I retire, but I'm gonna have enough I'm gonna have enough acres so I can just sit on top of my porch. I can just sit on top of my porch, see a deer coming, bang, right from the rocking chair.
Okay, I don't think anything's happening yet. Let me try to fast forward it a little bit. Let me see. We'll try to get to where mom shows up. Because nothing's happening right now.
That's right, webbed feet. So I asked that friend to come with me to webbed feet.
What are the guidelines for getting him ejected from the facility?
So long.
But it seems like, so is this. So where we at in that process?
Yeah. Being in public is we serve everybody. And we have to go through the hoops to.
No, we do have a meeting tomorrow, and if it's possible, we can skip the formality of try this strategy and go straight to screening.
Yeah, because assault should supersede some stuff. And then, do they have
I'm going to try to speed it up.
alternative for this?
Because this is a big lull in here. It's like a bunch of minutes. Okay, here's mom. Here we go. I'm going to let it play from here. Here we go.
Nah, he don't.
How you doing?
Hey, Ms. Grant.
Okay. One of the officers made a statement and asked what's going on in my home.
Yes, ma'am. If you want, we can talk about that.
No, we can
away
talk
from
about
now.
it, yeah. I would just want to show y'all. Come on, Doodle. Stand up for mommy. This is 16 years later. I have a 22-year-old at home. So this one is spoiled. I can't discipline him because the government won't allow you.
Yes, you can.
I spank him, but I can't discipline him how I want to discipline him because of this.
What? Now, for all the people who hate me, for all of the people who hate me, did y'all just hear what the person who's going to be hosting a lawsuit against the teachers, against the school, and the police? Did you hear what she said as soon as she walked in the door and she threatened him with violence? But y'all are mad at the police, huh? Y'all wasn't expecting that, were you? They didn't show that on the news clip, did they? Nope. Let's watch that. Let's watch that again. How many people we got watching? We only got about 500 people watching. Can y'all click the thumbs up? Please get us the 600 thumbs up. I want y'all to see how his mother treats him. This boy is what we call a product of his environment. Listen to how mama talks to him. Watch again. I don't blame the child. I blame everybody who's pouring knowledge and information into the child. Everybody is to blame. Everybody's to blame. Listen.
Yes, ma'am. If you want, we can talk about that.
No, we can
away
talk
from
about
him.
it, yeah. I would just want to show y'all. Come on, Doodle. Stand up for mommy. This is 16 years later. I have a 22-year-old at home. So this one is for you.
22, 21, 20, 19, 18. God, dog, did y'all catch that? 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Her children are 17 years apart? Wow. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that, but wow. Wow. When did she start having kids? At 15, 13? Sheesh. She said she has a 22-year-old son. That boy is 5.
This is 16 years later. I have a 22-year-old at home. So this one is for you. I can't discipline him because...
Also, she said she has a 22-year-old son at home. Why would a 22-year-old still be at home? And she says she can't discipline him how she wants to because the government doesn't allow her to discipline the child the way that she wants to. Well, she just admitted that she spanks her son. What else do you want to do to him? Throw him out of a window? Run him over with a car? Shoot him in the chest twice? Drown him? I'm not sure what you want to do to him. If you spank your kid and that's not working, then maybe you don't need to be physical with your kids. Let me say that again. For those who think that I was trying to defend the police, no, I'm not. What I'm saying is nobody can handle children this way. You can't yell at them. You can't scream at them. You can't force them. You can't hit them. Mom is wrong. Teachers are wrong. Police officers are wrong. Everybody's wrong. She's got a 22-year-old kid at home and no man. Let's hear this again.
This is 16 years later. I have a 22-year-old at home. So this one is for you. I can't discipline him because the government won't allow you. Yes, you can. I spank him, but I can't discipline him how I want to discipline him because of this. I'm not losing my child to the system and I'm not going to prison.
Okay, can you...
So if she's saying she spanks him and that's not enough, then what is she suggesting that she wants to do to her child? Can anybody explain that? Why y'all want to be quick to jump to the mom's defense? If the mom is saying, I spank my child, but I can't do more than that, what else do you want to do? Beat him? DDT him? I don't know. Throw a chair and crack it across the top of his head? I'm not sure what she means by that. I want to do more than spank him. Listen again.
This is 16 years later. I have a 22-year-old at home. So this one is for you. I can't discipline him because the government won't allow you. Yes, you can. I spank him.
And the female police officer is trying to say it's not against the law to do more than spanking your kid. She should be fired for that alone. You cannot give legal counsel like that unless you want to put your job on the line if you're wrong. And in this case, she's wrong.
But I can't discipline him how I want to discipline him because of this. I'm not losing my child to the system and I'm not going to prison.
Okay, can you
So
clarify?
And then another person would also have to ask, why is she taking his shirt off in the middle of all of these people? Is that normal? Why is she taking his shirt off? She's taking his clothes off. Why? But I'm sure there's going to be somebody that defends that too.
This is 16 years
The
later.
first thing she did was came in and took his shirt off.
So this one is for you. I
can't discipline him because the government won't allow you.
Yes, you can.
I spank him, but I can't discipline him how I want to discipline him because of this. I'm not losing my child to the system, and I'm not going to prison.
Okay, can you
So I just
clarify
wanted
how
to
you
show
would
y'all
like to discipline?
this not being physically abused.
Who said he was?
No,
Because-
we believe it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, we want you to beat him.
You're talking
I
about
can't.
getting.
Oh God, this woman just, woo-wee. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. This is too much. Hashtag TEWTOO. Two or TOOTEW. This is two TEW. Too much. This is too much.
I spank him, but I can't discipline him.
And she said, we want you to beat him. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't say that. And you can't say that on camera.
How I want to discipline him because of this. I'm not losing my child to the system, and I'm not going to prison.
Okay, can you
So I just
clarify
wanted
how
to
you
show
would
y'all
like to discipline?
this not being physically abused.
Who said he was?
No,
Because-
we believe it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, we want you to beat him.
You're talking
I
about
can't-
getting him a.
I can't beat him
Why?
because I'm not going to prison.
You don't go to prison for beating your child.
These are the queens having a queenly conversation. Can somebody please put in the chat, queens follow queens, because it's true. Queens follow queens. I gotta be honest, it sickens me to know that our sisters refuse to take direction in general. They follow each other though. They give dumb advice to each other and they follow each other's stupid advice. Why am I saying that about our queens? Because I'm black. Queens follow queens. You said turn the volume up? I'll do it just a little bit because when that boy was screaming, it was way too loud. I'll turn it up for you.
I spank him, but I can't discipline him how I want to discipline him because of this. I'm not losing my child to the system, and I'm not going to prison.
Okay, can you
So I just
clarify
wanted
how
to
you
show
would
y'all
like to discipline?
this not being physically abused.
Who said he was?
No,
Because-
we believe it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, we want you to beat him.
You're talking
I
about
can't-
getting him a.
I can't beat him
Why?
because I'm not going to prison.
You don't go to prison for beating your child.
She's in a legal position telling her she's not going to go to jail if she beats her child. After she just heard the mother threaten to say it, she said that I wish I could do more than just spank my child. And the black female officer says, you can, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. We're okay with it. Dumb, man. Queens follow queens.
Listen to me. I made a statement in here, and one of the school staffs, Mr. The principal.
Perhaps you did it incorrectly.
No.
You don't use a weapon.
No, I don't
to
use a
discipline.
weapon.
But you can
So-
smack that butt repeatedly. Yes.
Listen to me.
Mhm.
I'm 41 years old.
I'm older than you.
I understand that.
So your age means nothing.
I'm 41. I have a
Okay.
22-year-old. So this one, I'm starting all over again.
Understood?
He's spoiled.
Not good.
What did I email you this morning and say?
That if he's had a good day, he gets to celebrate that.
Take him to Jamaica, Disney World, do everything. Struggling
That's not a
single
good day for
parent.
that.
So in order for him to do good, I have to reward him.
Not today.
For doing what he's
Not
No,
today, because
for
today
3
he's down the
days.
street.
For 3 days.
Somebody gonna snatch him because he out here unattended.
And what I want to do, I want to discipline him.
Please do.
And I actually was getting ready to comment on what the officer just said about him being out in those streets, which is actually more dangerous than what the cops did, but we'll come back to that.
But
Let's finish listening to the queens leading each other. Queens follow queens. Let's listen.
I can't.
Let's
A struggling, thank you. Who caught that? Thank you, whoever that is. Said a struggling single parent is talking about taking her kid to Jamaica? What struggling parents are able to afford to take their kids to Jamaica and take their kids out of the country? Huh. Where they do that at? Maryland. Where the struggling parent can take their kids to Disneyland and Jamaica? Damn. Sheesh.
have this conversation away from him. He does not need to.
Is
That
vaccinated.
cannot be happening.
He doesn't eat by choice.
Can we talk outside for like 5 minutes real quick, ma'am?
You go. Put your clothes on.
Why did she take his shirt off? And then she just admitted the fact that her son doesn't eat. And she said it's his choice. Look at how skinny that boy is. Listen to what she said.
Not good. What did I email you this morning and say?
That if he's had a good day, he gets to celebrate that.
Take him to Jamaica, Disney World, do everything. Struggling
This not a
single
good day for
parent.
that.
So in order for him to do good, I have to reward him.
Not today.
For doing what he's
Not today, because
for
today he
3
was down the
days.
street.
For 3 days.
Somebody gonna snatch him because he out here unattended.
And what I want to do, I want to discipline him.
Please do.
But I can't.
Let's have this conversation away from him. He does not need to.
Is
That cannot
vaccinated.
be happening.
He doesn't eat by choice.
Can we talk outside?
He doesn't eat by choice. Thank you. Somebody caught it. That is a huge red flag. Now, while the mom is trying to sue this law enforcement department for millions of dollars so she can go take herself and her boyfriend probably to Jamaica, I can almost guarantee y'all, how many of y'all believe that this mom took that little boy to Jamaica? I don't. She gonna take them millions of dollars and spend it on herself. Hashtag babies for benefits. That is a damn shame.
Single parent. So in order for him to do good, I have to reward him.
Not today.
For doing what
You don't have to reward good or bad behavior. It should just be expected. You train it and you teach your children.
Not today, because
for
today he
3
was down the
days.
street.
For 3 days.
Somebody gonna snatch him because he out here unattended.
And what I want to do, I want to discipline him.
Please do.
But I can't.
let's have this.
And she said her son does not eat. Listen at this. She said he doesn't eat by choice. Does that sound like he's starving, possibly?
Conversation away from him. He does not need to.
Is
That cannot
vaccinated.
be happening.
He doesn't eat by choice.
Can we talk outside for like 5 minutes real quick, ma'am?
You go.
Put your clothes on.
Because I don't understand why you saying you can't, but you can. You can.
Ma'am, just
You
one
can.
second.
That's what we want.
Is there another...
And the male officer was the only one that had any sense to say that they shouldn't be having that conversation around that boy. You ask, how old is the mother? The mother, I think she said she's like 41. She's 41 with a 22-year-old that lives at home and a 5-year-old.
Because he wouldn't act
I don't
like
want to
that
put her
if you-
business out.
Because you just don't know what you just saw.
I know what you just seen, but you know the funny part about it? I can't do it. Because I'm still in my that's hood.
We'll talk to her, and then if y'all have anything, we'll pull y'all in. We'll let her know.
If it's anything like what I just saw,
So, ma'am, and I'm sorry, I apologize. What's your name?
Shantae.
Shantae. I'm Officer Chrisman.
All right.
All right, he's
I
Officer
remember you.
Howard.
from where?
I think it was something with my car downtown Silver
Oh,
Spring.
okay.
You probably
Yeah, I'm in
know
these
my
streets,
big
girl.
son.
So,
But
understand though, real quick, all right? We're not calling you off your job.
No, you supposed to.
Right. Okay. So, but you got to remember.
Understanding parent is just in the background.
Let's
The
have a
first
seat.
thing I heard was what's going on in the home.
Oh, that wasn't me. I ain't.
No,
That
no,
was
no,
me.
no. No,
Because
I just, that's why the first thing I came in, because I'm young, I'm hood, I'm in the streets. I don't smoke weed. I drink occasionally. It's not being physically abused. It's
She said, I'm young, I'm hood, and in the streets. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not make her say these words. Listen to what the mom said. She said, I'm young, hood, and in the streets. I don't know if that was the cop or her that said that. Listen again.
No, I just, that's why the first thing I came in, because I'm young, I'm hood, I'm in the streets.
The mom said it. God, dog. Wow. Y'all hear that? The mom said, I'm young, I'm hood, and in the streets. What does that mean? Does that mean she be in the club? Does that mean she be at the trap house? I don't know what that freaking means. Laying up under a bunch of different dudes at 41 years old? And you're not young. I don't even call myself young, and I'm not that woman's age. That's a weird thing to say.
Real quick, all right? We're not calling you off your job.
No, you supposed to.
Right. Okay. So, but you got to remember.
Understanding parent is just in the background.
Let's
The
have a
first
seat.
thing I heard was what's going on in the home.
Oh, that wasn't me. I ain't.
No,
That
no,
was
no,
me.
no.
Okay. Somebody in the chat said, what did you say? You said that's how we talk in NYC? It's not a smart thing to do when you're trying to, number one, handle your child who has issues, and then you're trying to present a case to the police. And you tell them that you young, you hood, and you be in these streets. That's the image that you want to portray to the police who could potentially arrest you for child abuse based on your own words? Okay. All right, NYC. All right.
No, I just, that's why the first thing I came in, because I'm young, I'm hood, I'm in the streets. I don't smoke weed. I drink occasionally. It's not being physically abused. It's spoiled.
But we need to back that up from there, because that's
And I
not
try.
helping.
And I try. And Mr. When I say, you already know what's going down. I'm beating that ass when I get home.
Bingo. Let me back this up again. Do y'all need me to turn this? Let me make sure y'all can hear it. Let me make sure y'all can hear what Mama says she's going to do when he gets home. Make sure y'all can hear it.
You already know what's going down. I'm beating that ass when I get home.
Okay, I heard it on my phone. Y'all should be able to hear that. Hashtag Queens follow Queens. Listen to what the mom says she's going to do to her son when he gets home. How many of y'all feel sorry for the mom who's currently filing a lawsuit for violence and abuse? Listen at this.
For you.
But we need to back that up
For
from
you.
there, because
And
that's
I
not
try.
helping.
And I try. And Mr. When I say, you already know what's going down. I'm beating that ass when I get home.
You gonna do what, Mom?
For you. For you.
But we need to back that up
For
from
you.
there, because
And
that's
I
not
try.
helping.
And I try. And Mr. When I say, you already know what's going down. I'm beating that ass when I get home.
Hope y'all heard that. Because we're gonna use that against the mom. That's an indictment on the mom.
Oh, no, you can't.
I hope your mama would let me
And
meet
we
you,
wanted to talk to
because,
you so we could
I
clarify.
promise you, baby. My hand of God, sweetest kid in the world. Don't do this at home. Don't do this with friends. For course 70 people, nobody believes what's going on.
we got video. He didn't hit the teacher.
Yeah,
he didn't hit children. He didn't
He hit
threw
the teacher with the
computers on
basket.
I don't
He
know.
broke a
Nothing
$1,000
like that.
computer. He threw an eraser.
And he does not do, I'm not
We can
lying
only tell
to
you what we
Right.
saw.
I believe it. I believe
It's
it
on
because I
video.
deal with these people.
So can I ask you, what's the disconnect?
It's for you when you
doesn't understand.
Sure, thank you.
All right, it's time to play. Now, guess what? It's media time. I don't want to do media. He does not do that with me.
But see, they can't hit him.
I know that.
You can.
I can't hit him because two people here stated, oh, CPS.
No. You have two uniformed police officers that
stated to me, and I can repeat this in front of him. Don't let no one else hear you say that because that's a CPS case. I would have to report that. And I didn't say I was going to beat him with a belt. I didn't say I was going to beat him with an object. So I said, you know what? I'm from New York. I guess Montgomery County got it.
No.
That's
Let me give you a scenario, okay? We got a call at the DSW. Remember that last year because this adult hit a kid. That's what it came out of. They didn't know if there was kids, parents or not. All right, hold on, hear me out. When that call came out, we got there. They established the fact that it was their parent and they were acting up inside the store, and so they ended up, spanking that butt. And you know what we did? Have a good day, ma'am. And we told that kid, if you don't do what they tell you to do, then you're going to get it again when you get home.
And I'm from New York. When you get different police officers, when my girlfriend beat her daughter, the officer came to me and said to me and my girlfriend and said, do what you got to do, just don't kill her. So by me coming...
I'm going to let it play again. Let me try to back it up just a little bit. 32:47. Let me let y'all hear that again.
I would have to report that. And I didn't say I was going to beat him.
Golly, they talk too much. They are incriminating themselves. Everybody is. They said, beat them, just don't kill them. Beat them just before death. But here's the problem, and this is why my channel is important. How many times have parents been on in our news videos and people have said that they went just a little bit too far? How many times? How many videos? How many children's deaths have occurred because of that very thing? Beat them almost to death, but don't kill them. But too many people end up killing them.
With a belt. I didn't say I was going to beat him with an object. So I said, you know what? I'm from New York. I guess Montgomery County got it.
No.
That's
Let me give you a scenario, okay? We got a call at the DSW. Remember that last year because this adult hit a kid. That's what it came out of. They didn't know if there was kids, parents or not. All right, hold on, hear me out. When that call came out, we got there. They established the fact that it was their parent and they were acting up inside the store, and so they ended up, spanking that butt. And you know what we did? Have a good day, ma'am. And we told that kid, if you don't do what they tell you to do, then you're going to get it again when you get home.
And I'm from New York. When you get different police officers, when my girlfriend beat her daughter, the officer came to me and said to me and my girlfriend and said, do what you got to do, just don't kill her. So
and I want y'all to notice how the white lady's just sitting there not saying a thing. How many of y'all noticed that? Because she's not dumb. She sees that their body camera is on. She's not dumb. She's just keeping her mouth closed.
Me coming here, I don't want to call it the Ethiopian woman, made a statement about me telling my child, I'm beating you when I get home. And then Miss repeating it. So I said, okay.
As long as there's no cuts.
When he's with me, not like that. I promise you.
This was a show.
Yeah.
I mean, the yelling, he was on the street, would not get in the car.
I promise you. My girlfriend is the supervisor of CPS, but in New York. She said, Shantae, don't let them people tell you can't beat ass. I said, this is Maryland. This is different.
Well, we telling you, as law enforcement officers in Maryland, Montgomery County, in which the school that he goes to, you can most definitely. Matter of fact, we applaud the fact that you would please beat your kids because of the fact.
And they keep using the terminology beat your kid. I think they all need to be in jail for that, man.
Because he had a 3-day good with them, I said, you know what? I brought him Blaze. Some little toy. He messed up. I made him throw it in the trash. He did good. 3 days. I emailed you this morning, didn't I? Tell when mommy get off of work, I promised him that I'm going to take him to Five Below to get the Blaze. He did good. what his thing is, when it's no more fun time, he don't want to do it. He does not do this at home, and it's driving me crazy.
All I can tell you is beat that ass. That's all I can tell you.
But I need
Just as long. Let me just clear. One second.
How many times have I even reached out?
Because we're mandated reporters.
And that's what they. That's what. So what I'm.
Hear out.
So if you say things, depending on who the person is, and depending on what their beliefs are, and depending on what they hear, if they hear something that sounds like, oh my God.
I didn't say I was going to beat them with a gun.
Listen.
It's a different type of language.
They have to call.
Just don't even say nothing.
Just okay.
Don't say nothing. That makes it worse.
Didn't in the meeting I say, I didn't use no, I said, but black people, we discipline different. Because where I come from, sit down. First time, sit down. The second time, the third time, you sitting. Because my mother done knocked the shit out of me.
And you're allowed to do that.
Don't have no bruises, anything.
Right, but just
I'm not
understand the
gonna
fact
kill
though,
him.
if you say that to somebody.
But I didn't say it to them. I said to. I came here because all of my friends think that, and I'm not being rude.
I know.
Shantae, them white people fucking with you, because that's not.
And she said, I'm not being rude, I apologize, and then goes on to say something very racist. And when we mean racist, we mean bigoted. We know we've changed the terminology of racist to mean bigot, because it's not a system. Racism is a system, but when we say racism nowadays, we're talking about an action that somebody does that's bigoted. So she just exhibited racism by saying, I don't mean no disrespect, but they're white people, this and that. Y'all hear what she just, man.
And I'm not being rude.
I know.
Shantae, them white people fucking with you, because that's not.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. And what do y'all bet that she's going to go get her white lawyer?
Show them this video.
To the fact where they asked me to change his school. I'm like, nah, it's not the school. It's
Not.
because I know my kid. When I don't give his way, he'll cry, but he don't do that with me. I promise you. Y'all, I know, and I said to you, y'all can't baby him. You got to speak firm. Sit down. Okay, because then he's going to, he know that he could do it with y'all.
And she's trying to tell them how to make her son behave when she should be teaching those lessons at home, which she's not. She's buying him gifts. So I want y'all to understand the difference. The teachers don't have the ability, nor the money, nor the salary, nor do the police to buy this boy gifts in order to make him behave. But apparently, hood-ass mama who be in the streets, who says that she's on a single mother's income, but she can afford trips to Jamaica and so forth, can afford to buy her son gifts to behave. But she's trying to tell them, apparently you don't need to buy him gifts to behave. All you got to do is speak with a firm tone of voice. Huh? It bothers me when people don't even hear what they're saying. You don't even hear what just came out of your mouth. And the only place that you're going to hear the truth like this is right here. You will hear this in this perspective no other place. The mother just double talked. She said, on one hand, I buy him gifts, that's why he behaves. Then when she sent him to school, she tells the teachers, talk to him with a firm tone. He'll listen to you. He won't listen to me. I know what works for him. Y'all speak to him a certain way and he'll do what you tell him to do. Then when that shit blows up in your face and the boy decides to hit students, hit teachers, attack teachers, and break computers, now all of a sudden you're wondering like, well, what went wrong? Y'all must have did something wrong. When mom's method is to buy him gifts. Do y'all see the problem? Mom is the problem. Let's move on.
She does.
There's a contradiction. Thank you. It's a perfect contradiction.
I mean, she's patient, but she's firm.
But can I ask you a question though? You were obviously called off your job today, and I'm not talking about
It's
any
not
other
the
time.
first time.
But no, I'm not even talking about that. But today you were called off your job, right? So you're en route. They told you he's having some type of issue. Your conversation with is we were supposed to go get a Beyblade. That is out of the question. You going home, and we're gonna have an issue. We're gonna have to talk about this.
And you know why I said that to him? Because you did good. You're supposed to do good because now I stated to them, I don't do the reward. You're supposed to pass a test. You're supposed to do good. If you do good, I don't have to give you this. So now you're gonna do good just because you're gonna get something. That's not where I'm from. But I'm trying in their method to see my big son. I don't want to say his name, but you know.
Because I need to see how he interacts with you.
Bring him in here.
Yeah, that's what I want to do because this thing here.
Yeah, I suggest.
And you know what I keep saying?
I
is his
suggest you look at that
father.
video. I really do
suggest.
suggest. I really do suggest you look at that video.
Because
your friends that are saying he don't.
Nobody
do this,
believes me. Nobody believes me.
as long as you understand, you're not being oblivious to it, right?
I know it's true.
Cool.
I never
Fact.
doubted them.
Thank you. That's all.
You know why I respect these people? I grew up in New York all my life. I don't give a fuck if y'all want to learn or not. I'm still going to get paid. I've never heard them speak like that.
Facts. This is
I've
actually
never
really
heard
good.
that. That's why I back you. And
This
when
is a
did
really
I
great
ask
calendar.
you? Come here. What's up? What's going on? Huh? Why you not listening? Huh?
What Miss said is asked for a snack, and she said, "Sit down, and I'll give it to you." And he started attacking her, and then he went.
So that's how we deal with adults?
He took a
Huh?
phone from the back of the head and shoved her down.
So what mommy gonna do?
He took a clipboard and attacked.
What
another
mommy gonna
student
do?
with it?
Huh? So now, what's going on?
He walks out of the school
You left
regularly.
out of the school? You grown?
He told him, yeah.
You an adult? You want somebody to take you? Huh? Yes or no? Open your mouth. What I keep telling you, stop playing retarded for free. I don't get a check. Right? Yes?
Oh! Oh! Did she just say that? Oh! Oh no! Holy crap! When the cameras are rolling, I promise y'all, I bet you she didn't mention none of this in her lawsuit. Oh no. Did y'all just hear what she just said? She said, don't play retarded. I don't get a check for that. Hashtag babies for benefits. Because these mothers like her only have these children for the benefits that they can collect from these children. Hashtag babies for benefits. Let's hear it again.
Somebody to take you? Huh? Yes or no? Open your mouth. What I keep telling you, stop playing retarded for free. I don't get a check. Right? Yes or no? So why you can't listen? I work hourly. If I don't work, I don't eat. If I don't eat, you don't eat. Remember mommy tell you that?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. My God. What? Mom said, damn, this is hard to listen to. I'm sorry. Mom just said, I can't even do this. Mom just said, if I don't work, I don't eat. And if I don't work, you don't eat. Think about that for a moment. Wow.
How many times I gotta talk to you? You want me to keep beating your ass?
All right.
You want her to let me do it?
You want the police officer to take you?
You know why?
Because I don't
asking
like
you
bad
that?
children. Bad, disrespectful children. I think they need to be beaten.
And you know what
that's
happened?
I told your mama.
When you get older, when you want to make your own decisions, you know what's gonna be your best friend? These right here. You know what these are? These are handcuffs. You know what
wanna
they're
go
for?
where Uncle Berto at?
Huh?
Huh?
You know what these are for? These are for people that don't want to listen and don't know how to act.
You want to go where Uncle Berto
That's
at?
what that is.
Where Uncle Berto at?
They put you at like that, and then now you can't move, you can't free, you can't go anywhere.
She just said, does he want to go where his uncle is at? So it sounds like this is a family full of people who ain't shit. Y'all hear that?
These are handcuffs. You know what
want to
they're
go
for?
where Uncle Berto at?
Where his uncle is at. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. This boy don't stand a chance.
Huh?
Huh?
You know what these are for? These are for people that don't want to listen and don't know how to act.
You want to go where Uncle Berto
That's
at?
what that is.
Where Uncle Berto at?
They put you at like that, and then now you can't move, you can't free, you can't go anywhere. You do what we tell you to do. Is that how you want to live your life? Huh? So how are we gonna fix that? If somebody tells you to sit down and shut up, any adult, you better sit down and shut up.
Talk to him. Let me
Now,
tell you why. His father
if your teachers tell you to do something,
so you know they strict.
you better listen.
His
And guess what
father's
else?
so afraid to speak to him because he's
You throw
afraid
something
that
at
his
somebody
father
else,
I don't want
guess
to
what's
go
gonna
to
happen when
prison
you get home?
Because everything
Tell
that
me, you
for
tell me
his
what's gonna
father
happen when you
his
throw
dad's-
something at a teacher.
His dad is a
Huh?
hard work. His father's going to be 60 years
Huh?
old and work
I'm
two
listening.
full-time jobs. 80
What's gonna
hours
happen when you get home?
plus.
Oh, you acting like you don't know how to act again?
And he's afraid because he's saying, if I speak to him, I don't want the people to question, and then they think I'm abusing. Then I go to prison. I didn't come to America to work so hard to give him a good life and go to prison. You can't even discipline your kid.
That is a common
Well, I'm gonna
misconception.
tell you the honest truth. He doesn't belong here if he can't act right. If he can't
Turn around.
treat them like humans.
Turn around.
He's
Turn
hitting
around.
students. He's hitting teachers.
Turn around.
He's knocking computers on the floor.
This is you.
That's not behavior for children. That's beast.
And then you come to
He
my
needs
home.
to go to another school, and that's going to be another problem for you.
I asked
He
him, I'm
can't
like,
be around other people if he can't act right.
and it's like
You better get your stuff together.
3-4 days things be good, and then next thing you know, you don't get something. This is
Put yourself in their position. If
I
you're
already know
a teacher and this 5-year-old child hits you,
I already know it.
they ain't trying to lose their job.
Listen to me.
For
You
one
think you're getting a
child.
Beyblade
Listen
today?
to me. I'm not ignorant.
You're not.
I'm not saying you're
No,
ignorant.
I'm just
saying,
telling you.
Because you want to act
I'm
bad.
telling you.
All the while, mom talking about if she don't work, then they don't eat, and her son ain't gonna eat. But it don't look like mama missing no meals. Not now, not ever. And I want y'all to remember I want y'all to remember what mom said in the video, which is on tape. She said that her son chooses not to eat. So if he's not eating, then that's mom's fault. That boy is frail as he is. Maybe that's normal. I don't know what his weight is. I can't tell. But he looks very small. But mom don't look small at all. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
I'm not an
So your
ignorant
mom's gonna
parent.
take you home and fix that.
Some
for you,
parents
okay? Don't
come
worry
up
about it. She
here.
gonna take care
I
of
mean,
that
not
for you.
up here. Some parents want
She'll
to
beat
fight the
that butt.
teacher for
you
disciplining
don't know how to
their kids,
behave.
and I stated to them.
Huh?
it
You
take
want-
a
you like
village.
hitting adults?
I'm from the old school. I remember
Huh?
how my mother came.
You like hitting adults?
and brought us up.
You want to hit me? Hit me. See what happens.
So I didn't want to lose my kid and then have to
Exactly.
go to jail. I'd rather
You're not
either
gonna do
lose
it.
him
Because you
and
know
I could stay home.
I'm not playing with
or
you.
I go to jail and I come home. To
I'm not
my
one of
kid.
these
I don't
teachers.
know what to do.
You don't hit
I
adults.
discipline my kid.
You don't
can't
hit
tell me
anybody.
as long as he's not
Nobody.
abused.
You understand
no
that?
marks on his
No
head.
one.
Nobody can't
You
tell
don't
me
put
nothing.
your hands
because guess
on
what?
anybody.
If
You
I
keep
don't
your
discipline
hands
him, I'm
to
still
yourself.
gonna get in trouble.
You
if
understand
he do
that?
Something. So it's
Do
like,
you understand
what do
that?
I do? You cannot tell me I can't discipline. Every time you call me, I discipline my kid. He just don't have no marks
And you
because I
told
don't
me
beat him
that,
with
and I
objects.
never told you not to. Every
But
time
when
you
the
told me that-
principal tell me something different, and then the Ethiopian woman that was sitting here, I
It
said,
all
okay.
depends on the words that you used in that
And
moment.
I never used profanity, and
No,
I
it's
never
not
said I'm gonna
profanity.
beat dog shit out of you, and I never said I'm a
Well, she did in this meeting. Just never mind. Let me just play the rest of this bull crap.
beat you with a bat
listen, they're saying you can discipline your child.
Okay,
Because
so
you
now
even
hear
said
that?
it. You even said it. It's not
Yeah.
abuse.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
not
difference.
abuse.
There's a difference.
And I hope she does beat you when you go home, because you deserve it so much for your actions today. You were horrible. Don't you agree? Hello?
To her. Yes or no? Yes or no?
You cannot throw things at
I
your
promise
teachers
you,
or your
if you live in
classmates.
Silver Spring, Montgomery County,
You
I live
cannot
with you
hit
for a
them.
week, and you're gonna call me back and say, girl, he could come back. He's not like this.
No, because he ain't going to do that with me.
He's not gonna do it. He don't do it with me. He don't do it with none of my girlfriends, none of my neighbors, or none of my coworkers.
So you think you get to school and you can just do what you want?
Not nobody. I went as far as trying to find a therapist, but I'm
He don't
like,
need no therapist.
that's the same thing. I'm
He's
like,
just bad.
He's bad.
He's bad
not
today.
bad.
Oh,
I need to pause the video. Guys, do y'all want to see the rest of this? Because I'm really done with this. It's still got 5 more minutes left. I'm done with this. The mom just said, I've been trying to find a counselor for him. Let me ask you smart people who are listening right now a question. For little boys, who is usually the most fit, best counselor for boys? Their fathers. Why would you try to find mentors, big brothers, and counselors? You will go out of your freaking way to find people that are overworked and underpaid. Let me say that again. Overworked and overpaid. You will go through hell and high water for people who are overworked and underpaid when you have his DNA biological father available at your disposal. That's who's supposed to be his counselor. That's who's supposed to be his mentor. Let me explain this. Boys naturally will want to grow up and become whatever their fathers are. That is their shining example. They want to make their fathers proud based on whatever their fathers are. Boys look to their fathers to be the representation of what they should grow up and become. If that father is not there, if that father is not present for any reason, then those boys do not value themselves. Therefore, they'll get their role models from any freaking where. Usually the streets. And that's especially scary when mom said she be in these streets. Her words, not mine. So that means the boy is going to get his example from the streets. If he's already running away from school, he's going to continue to run away from school. And guess where else he's going to run away from? From home. Once he runs away from home, who are going to be his mentors? The two people, the streets, the hoods, the thugs, the drug dealers, gangbangers, or the police. One of those two. No other choices. She'll go through all of that to find him resources, but won't go through all of that. Won't go through the trouble of having a husband, having stability, having a 2-parent income, having help at home, having his biological father in the home. Apparently that's too much to ask. Well, he didn't want to be there. So you mean to tell me in 17 years of having a kid that probably didn't have his dad in his life, which is why he chooses to kick his feet up and play PlayStation at your house all day long? You already had an example of what not to do and not to have a dad in that kid's life. So why would you turn around at 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, at 36 years old? Come on, man. You had this boy, this child at 36 years old. Don't tell me you didn't know any better. I was young. I was young. I thought we was going to be together forever. I thought me and his daddy was going to do this and that. And he decided to run off, or he decided to go out and go get arrested. So you mean to tell me you didn't know any better? You got all this life experience. You had 17 years of raising a child by yourself. No dad around. Then you turn around and do that to another child. What I'm saying, and I'm not saying that it's all the mom's fault. What I said, like I said earlier, for those who were paying attention, I didn't say it was all the mom's fault, did I? Did I? Did I? Nope. Nope. I said it's everybody's fault. Police officers, teachers, mom, and dad. Absence of a dad or bad presence, whatever it is, it's everybody's fault. Because we all have to be held responsible, including myself, which is why I'm talking about this story, to give proper perspective about how we need to raise these children and how we need to go about handling business. You don't threaten children. You don't have to do any of that stuff. I've told you guys, if you want good, respectful children, if you want good, respectful adults, you have to raise good, respectful children. And the only way that children are going to learn to respect you is by what? Giving respect first. From the moment that they are born. If you want some parenting tips, here's a big parenting tip. Let me see if y'all absorb this. Children are like sponges. They will absorb anything that you give them. So if you want respect, you must give respect first. And respect will do what? It will reciprocate. You give this child respect, which it looks like he's never been given respect. He's never been given discipline. He's never been given structure. He's never been given love. He's never been given a father. He's never been given a fair chance. So you give, and he's also been given mixed messages. So if you think about all of these things, I think we could just wrap that up right there. I'm not going to even play the rest of this. Video is too damn long. So with all of that being said, the moral of the story is that everybody is failing this boy. Now what's going to happen is as he grows up and they push him through school, because at some point in some of these schools, they're just going to give him whatever grade to keep pushing him through school. Then you're going to look up and he's grown, or he's going to drop out of school. Then he's going to not be the school's problem anymore. Then he just society's problem. Then guess what's going to happen? You know how that affects you guys? There's going to be 10,000 boys just like him. Those are the ones who are shooting and killing each other, are going to shoot and kill one of your family members, that are going to rob you, kick in your door, steal your car, steal your property, because these boys do not value themselves, because they don't have an image of what they should grow up and become. Therefore, if they don't value themselves, then they're not going to value anybody else in society. Is that a pretty clear-cut message? I think my message is easy enough for everybody to understand. Everybody should click the thumbs up just on that fact alone. If they don't respect themselves, they won't respect you, and that puts you in danger. So therefore, it becomes a problem for all of us, which is why it's important for us to share this message, teach and learn. You give children respect first. You give them respect first, and that respect will reciprocate. I know my daughter's mom wonders how I have the type of presence over my daughter that I do, and it's because it started from day one. From the moment she was born, I cut her umbilical cord. Daddy was there in the warming room with her. I was the first person with her. I'm always with her. Always teaching her. Always giving her respect. So when Dad comes in and I ask for my respect, it's easy to get it because I've always given it. I don't give my daughter gifts. I don't kiss my daughter's behind and hope that she acts good. I give her respect. I give her love. I give her teaching. I give her lessons. We cannot live children's life for them. This is, if y'all want some type of counseling, this is probably the best parenting advice you're ever going to get. You cannot live a child's life for them. All you can do is guide them, and you must guide them in the best way possible. You don't have to demand your place as a parent. You just are the parent. Be the parent. You don't have to be physical to be the parent. There are a multitude of ways that you can curb certain behaviors. One of them is how you treat the child. Another one is how you speak to the child. And another one is how you feed the child. Are we getting deep right now? Are we getting deep right now? What do you think that's going to do to a child's body if you feed them motherfucking McDonald's every day? How do you expect your children to be productive if you feed them garbage, if you feed them trash? So again, I want you guys to remember, what you put in, you will get back. It will reciprocate. If you give children hate, if you give children fear, that's all physicality does with children. If you spank them, they fear you. They don't respect you. They fear you. You do not want your children to fear you. You want them to respect you. So if you give them trash, like trash food, then expect that that's what's going to come out of their bodies. Trash, sickness, disease, attitude, moodiness. I think I'm getting too deep. Maybe I need to just shut the mic off. Maybe I just need to shut up right now. I think I'm speaking too much truth right now. For me, if I were raising that boy at age 5, he's still what we call malleable. He's very flexible right now. I noticed there were moments when that boy listened. With somebody like me who comes from a youth counselor background, I used to actually do that for Kennecott camps. So look that up. I could take that boy and he'd be a different person in 9 days. Because when I was a camp counselor, that's all we had with kids. 9 days. And it wasn't even the whole 9 days. We had half of the first day and half of the last day. 9 days. So it's more like 8. So it's more like 8 days. And those children, and I've watched them change. Just because somebody else treated them different, spoke to them with love, taught them, and led by example. If I want you to do something, I better damn well be able to do it myself and lead by example. That's how we become better parents. I'm not questioning what you guys do, but what I'm saying is that we can be better. No matter what level you're at. If you're at this level, at this mother and these police officers, if you're at a lower level, as long as you're not in jail, as long as you all have life and breath in your body, we all have the ability to change and do so much better. We all can improve. If you need help, please reach out. I am one person, and I try to help when I can as far as giving people some tips and advice. But that's the biggest advice I can do. I can use my platform to speak to a little bit of everybody. Me raising that boy would be a cinch. Fixing that boy's behavior would be a cinch. And you don't greet him with anger. When they say you don't fight fire with fire, what those police officers did was they fought fire with fire. And now they're getting burned. Because now they're under scrutiny. A lot of it. And a lawsuit. And potentially losing their jobs. Even though it's a year later, which I think is really weird, but I digress. I would greet that boy with love, and you just have to be firm in your steps. You just be the parent. You don't have to accept anybody hitting you. You can defend yourself and stop a child from hitting you. It's a child. That part should be pretty easy, to restrain a child and stop them from hitting you. At that point, that's when the teaching starts. But the teaching starts way before you even get to school, way before you get to 5 years old. This boy is already on a lost path because of his parents, because of his mother, and I have to blame the parent that's there. We can't blame the parent that's not there. Y'all hear Tommy talk about that a lot, and I have to shout him out for that because I did hear him say that. You cannot blame the parent that's not there. The onus has to be put on the ones that are there. So if I were a single parent, then if my daughter does right or wrong, it still falls on me as a parent. Just as willing as we are to accept responsibility, accept rewards and pats on the back for the kid doing something good and becoming something great, we also need to accept the responsibility if that kid doesn't do so great. And that's why I believe that we need to do this together. Okay? We need more fathers and mothers, nuclear families. Okay? As far as my final verdict, I think the police officers need training, a hell of a lot more training in how they behave, because this was just not a good representation. The teachers aren't there to train your child how to be a person. That's mom's job. And mom definitely needs to be investigated, in my opinion. I don't think she needs a dime of that money, because that money is never going to make her child become a better person. It's not the police messing the kids up. It's not the teachers or the schools messing the kid up. The common factor, and y'all heard this, she said sending them to a different school doesn't help. It doesn't work. That means the commonality is mom. Mom is where the problems start and end. I'm DJ Just Jay, and I promise you, this is the only place you'll get this kind of commentary. If you want to go watch the rest of the video, feel free to do so, but I think I give a pretty fair perspective on this story, okay? Thank you guys so much.